Hello, um, this is vlog 2. It is currently almost 4:30 on a Sunday afternoon. I am a mess because I have done nothing but eat and watch TV and read. I read a little bit. I couldn't think of what the word was, sorry. I started off the other day saying, this is what depression looks like. And I feel like, yeah, you can see, some things, but today I want to do something that is kind of extremely embarrassing, but I want to keep it real. And I need, like I said, I would like to be able to help others. I would like to keep myself accountable and just help others be aware of like the signs of maybe depression and anxiety and all of that. My main thing is everybody is not the same. What's happened with me and how I've reacted is not necessarily the same way that everyone else reacts when they have a bout of serious depression or anxiety or any other mental illness. And I feel like there's so many times when things that are not physical are ignored. And as someone who has 2 invisible illnesses with RA and fibro, add in that I have always suffered from depression, it's hard because it's difficult to explain to people, and it's most of the time you don't want to explain to people. I know I had a really hard time opening up about it, even to my counselor, and I've been going to her for years, 4 years maybe. I mean, I'm very comfortable with her, but it took me a very long time to actually be comfortable enough to tell her where I was at. And she kind of gives me assignments, I guess. Sorry, I have a cold right now and my nose is all runny, so I'm sniffling. But she gave me an assignment almost 3 weeks ago. It was at our appointment, not this past one because it was this past Tuesday, but the one that was 2 weeks before that. And the assignment was simply to empty my dishwasher, because I said it's completely full. And I said, and I have, a sink full of dishes as well. And she said, well, then just the first step, empty your dishwasher. She said, go home that night, empty your dishwasher. Something happened that night, and of course, I procrastinated. I'm an expert procrastinator. And usually it's just me doing absolutely nothing. So I didn't do anything that night. I was like, I'll do it tomorrow. Did I do it? No. I kept saying, I have 2 weeks. I don't see her for 2 more weeks. I can empty my dishwasher in 2 weeks. Guess who forgot to empty their dishwasher? 2 weeks. I didn't empty my dishwasher. So I went in last Tuesday. Today is Sunday, so I went in last Tuesday. And we talked for a while, and then she said, so I have a question. She said, did you empty your dishwasher? And I was very embarrassed because I had excuses, but I didn't think she'd call me out on it. The only person who calls me out on stuff, and honestly, it's not in a good way, is my mom. And she calls me a hoarder and says that my house looks like I'm a hoarder, and honestly says some pretty rude things. So anyway, so my counselor asks if I emptied my dishwasher, and I had to tell her no. And she said, why in 2 weeks were you not able to empty your dishwasher? And of course this happened, and I was sick, and this happened, and then, I just got sidetracked and all of this. And she says, well, do it tonight. Excuse me. And I said, well, I'll have to clean off the counters first. And she kind of looked at me funny. And she said, why would you need to clean off the counters to empty out your dishwasher? And I said, so I'll have someplace to put the dishes. And she said, why can you not put them away in your cabinets? I said, well, because the dishes in the dishwasher are dirty. And then we had to go through this whole thing of why, of why did I not just run the dishwasher and this and that? Well, the thing is, as I said in my last vlog, little update, sorry, I'm switching hands. I've been this has been ongoing since November, probably before that, probably October. And usually if my parents are going to come down to help me with something or another, before they come, I try and rapidly clean my house, at least so it's halfway presentable. So I'll vacuum and I'll dust really quick, and I'll make sure the counters aren't completely covered because that irritates my mother. But they don't go in my bedroom or anything like that, but I try and make sure the living room and the kitchen and the bathroom are at least okay. So when they came down, I'm guessing it was in November, maybe December, but I think it was in November, and it's now the very end of February. Or maybe, I don't know, it may have been, I don't even remember when it was. Anyway, so they were coming down, and I had a dish full of sinks. A sink full of dishes. That was backwards. And I didn't have time to wash them. And I was like, well, I'll put what I can in the dishwasher. And then it hit me. I filled up the dishwasher, but I still had so many dirty dishes. I was like, I still need to. So I shoved every possible dish I could. You can't hardly open my dishwasher. So it wasn't that I put them in there to wash. I put them in there to hide. I put them in the dishwasher to hide so that my parents couldn't see how many dirty dishes I had. Mind you, I'm 37 years old. It's not like I am 17 and I'm still living under their house. I've owned my own home for 8.5 years now. So it's not, and I lived on my own before that too. I just lived in apartments. It's not like I was trying, it was that I had to hide my filth, basically. So anyway, I completely don't even think, I don't remember to use my dishwasher. I'm weird. I just don't. So it was packed full. Well, I proceeded to continue using dishes out of the cabinets because I have way too many dishes for a single person. And I have 2 sinks full, because it's a double-sided sink, 2 sinks full of dishes that are dirty. Plus, my dishwasher's still packed full. And I can't run it until I empty it. Mind you, those dishes have now been in there for probably 2 to 3 months. Dirty. Which is disgusting. How do I not have bugs? Or mice or something? But I don't. I have 2 dogs, so maybe that's why. At least the mice. But it's embarrassing now. Because I'm still not in a good place. But I'm in a much better place than I was 3 months ago. And now I started buying paper bowls like the thick cardboard ones, and plastic silverware. And I've always used a lot of paper plates, so that wasn't that different. But I eat a lot of cereal because I'm a single woman and I don't like to cook. It's hard cooking for one. So I specifically bought bowls and spoons I could throw away so I wouldn't have to do dishes. It's really smart. Except I've done that for 3 months, maybe longer. So I now I went to the counselor again this past Tuesday and kind of explained this, but I didn't explain it completely because we were running out of time. And she said, empty your dishwasher. You've got 2 weeks. Empty your dishwasher. Well, it's now Sunday after Tuesday, so I've had Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and most of today, so pretty much almost 6 days. And I still haven't touched my dishwasher. Now, I have cleaned off part of my counter because I went to the grocery store on Tuesday night after I left her, and so I actually have food to like cook, and not that some of it's healthy, but so I actually have food, so I've been kind of using my oven and things like that. So I did have to like clean off the oven top because it was completely covered in crap. And my countertops, I did have to clean off some. So I do at least have a little bit of an area. I keep looking at my kitchen is why I keep looking. So it's embarrassing that my house is kind of a disaster. My sister came down to do some shopping on Thursday and she needed some black paint and she was like, I'll go buy some, I guess. And I was like, I have paint. I love to craft. Not that I have done a lot of crafting, but I enjoy crafting. I was like, I have paint. I have tons of paint. I knew exactly where it was because I had kind of cleaned in this front bedroom some. So I was like, I know where it's at. I'll get it. Just follow me to my house. Well, I thought she'd stay in her car. And she didn't. She followed me in. And I was mortified that she followed me into my house because I don't have people over to my house. I don't invite people in. You know, even if I order takeout, I don't open the door all the way so they can't see. Because I am completely ashamed and embarrassed by how badly I've let my house go. And part of it is I'm exhausted all the time. Part of it is I don't care usually. I wasn't to the point of caring. I have like an 1,800 square foot house. It's way too big for just me. So I'm in the process of trying to clean and organize and touch up paint and all of that because I want to try and sell my house. Sorry, my dog just got really upset when I said that for some reason, like he understood. But I wanna sell it because it's a bi-level house, and when you have RA or fibro, my body hurts constantly, so I hate going up and down the stairs. And number two, I can't keep up with it. I have way too much house and not enough energy and time. So and I can't take care of the yard well enough either. It's a huge yard, which is fantastic for my dogs, or at least one of them, because she enjoys running. The other one is kind of a bum. He's asleep on the couch. But in order for me, I've been bringing up that I wanted to sell my house for well over a year, maybe even 2 years. But people are like, well, what else do you have to do? And I'm like, it's because I don't take care of my house. I don't take care of my things. I am a pack rat. And so I am, I'm a mess. So here's the deal. I am going to take a house tour and let all of my embarrassing information go here. So, I thought my phone would let me switch in between, like front mode and back mode, but it won't. So I'm going to stop this video and splice it together with the next one where I take you on a tour of my home, or maybe I'll just make a second video. Yeah. I'm trying to work up the guts to actually do this. Sorry. Like I said, I have nobody to blame but myself. And part of it is, yes, I understand I have been severely depressed. And I have had, I have sickness in my body pretty much all the time. But it hasn't been years. So, yeah. I want to be brutally honest here, so I'm trying, and I'm hoping this helps others. The only reason I'm doing this. So, stay tuned for my disgustingly dirty house tour.